Hello, everybody, and welcome to the J4U Podcast. I'm your co-host, Ivan.
And I'm Nick from J4U Studios as well.
And welcome to our first episode of the podcast.
Woo!
This is something that I've been planning for over a year, and you probably don't know me. Actually, you most likely don't know me. You might if you remember a YouTuber. I was mentioned briefly by Nick a long time ago, about a year.
Long time
was it a
ago.
year or 2 years ago?
Whenever Transformers 4 came out. So
Oh, yeah. I was known as TF Prime 217, and I used to do reviews of the new Transformers that came out. And I think my most popular video was the Age of Extinction Bumblebee.
It was
very,
I remember that.
very rare. And I don't know what happened. I guess if you remember me, this is kind of a thing to catch me up. I don't know what happened. I just kind of lost interest, didn't have much time. I still love Transformers, but not as much as I used to. There's also still a warm place in my heart for it, since a lot of my childhood was based on it.
Yeah, and in case anyone is wondering, yes, being a Transformers fan is a huge requirement for working at J4U Studios because of how popular Transcrafters is. Have you seen the Transcrafters videos?
I think I saw your first one where you were in, it was a city and it had a bridge. I used to use the map and there was like a Dinobot. I also did see a Transformers Age of Extinction one.
The Transformers 4 in Minecraft. That video, that's the video that really took off. Last I checked, it had, almost 300,000 views, which is crazy. I can't believe it, personally.
Imagine if all those were your subscribers, 300,000. You could have gotten a play button by now.
Right. So, what are we doing today?
It is the year 2016, and as everybody knows, a lot of people do the best and worst of 2015.
Yes.
So we thought we would just talk about a lot of the stuff, video games as well as movies, and I'm sure a lot of these you have talked about on the channel. I just forgot one movie to put in the movies list, but I'm sure Nick will.
This is very last minute. We were working on this last night going, hey, we should probably do this. And then we just were like, okay, let's type movies and games that we think are cool. So, yeah, we'll probably make a bit up as we go, I have a feeling.
Yeah, I think some of the things will be... A lot of this is going to be improv people, and there's going to be more stuff coming soon. This is kind of just the introduction for the podcast, as well as the introduction for me. I'm new to the channel.
Yes.
Nick has so kindly asked me if he wants me to be like a showrunner for the channel. If you want to see more of my videos, you can definitely see it at the J4U Studios YouTube channel. I'm sure there's going to be a link down below, as well as the channel this is going to be on.
Yeah.
So I will be doing a lot of playthroughs as well as game reviews and just stuff that I think should go on the channel that a lot of people haven't done yet. So
yeah, you actually explained it all. I was going to jump in and help you out, but you actually, nice job there.
Thank you.
Okay.
So should we get into it?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. So this is the best and worst of 2015. We're starting off with the gaming list. Now I have all mine sorted into, top 5 categories, basically, with the best, the worst, Wishlist, which is basically, the games and or movies that I wish I got around to playing or watching, but I just didn't for whatever reason, as well as the final category, anticipated. So those are movies and games coming out in 2016 that we're excited for. Alright, what's your last one for best game of 2015?
Just want to let everybody know that for my order, Nick has very organized because he is a completist. But as for me,
I'm a perfectionist at times.
As for me, I just put it as if it's higher up on the list. Just know that I enjoyed it just a bit more than all the others. So
yeah,
I would say that the last one would have to be Five Nights at Freddy's, the series.
Okay, I can respect that, honestly. So explain why.
Well, the story is amazing. I think the story here is more complicated than the Zelda timeline. Everything is so integrated, and if anybody watched the game theory
I love MatPat. MatPat is freaking amazing. He's inspiring actually a couple of series that I'm doing that are coming out in the next month or so. I don't know, sometime soon.
MatPat, if you're watching this, please, we want you to be on the podcast. So
yes, you are invited as of now to the podcast. I know you have GT Live, but come on down sometime to the J4U Podcast. You're always welcome here, bud.
Yep. We'll be happy to talk with you, interview you on some things, and just come down.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Although, really, all the series for Five Nights at Freddy's, I love all the series about, the lore behind it. And did you see his most recent, the final 2015 series, basically, whether it's the Timeline or the Dream series?
I think I stopped at the recent one. If I could spoil it, spoiler alert, everybody. All the games are a dream, basically.
So you believe in the Dream series?
It makes more sense the way he put it out. I hate that it is a dream. I wish it was sort of this like mystical thing, because I used to be like really into, and I still am, about like monsters and stuff, and like the paranormal like just really interests me and stuff like that. So the fact that these animatronics were possessed by children didn't necessarily make sense to me, but I accepted it a lot of times.
Yeah.
Things don't really make sense.
You see, personally, I'm a mix. I believe that the plot behind Five Nights at Freddy's, the franchise, has elements of both the timeline and the plot. Like, there's an actual event, like, superstition behind the actual Five Nights at Freddy's, but a lot of what you actually play in the game is the dream of a kid who lived during that timeline period.
Yes, and, wait, so was the Bite of 87 real? When he gets when his brother stuffs him into the mouth. I feel
that a kid wouldn't know like all the terms of like a sister company or any of that stuff, So I feel like a lot of that stuff is real, but what you play in the game is a dream of what he's been hearing when he's awake about the restaurants.
Yeah, and it's amazing how many games Scott Cawthon has released this year. I think he's released.
This is a huge year for him.
Oh yeah. I think he's very popular now. I think I heard a rumor about him having a company now. Well, he already has a company, but like a team.
Yeah,
or something
I think
like
you're
that.
right about that.
But anyway, I do understand that a lot of the series now is kind of like a joke, or like we look back at it. But remember how big this year is. A lot of times it's so big that we can now buy merchandise pretty much anywhere. There are merchandise you can buy at Hot Topic or GameStop.
Yeah.
I ended up buying these like little keychains of it's like a mystery pack, and I got Freddy and Chica, Toy Chica, and it's actually amazing how they do it. They have shirts. I do have a Five Nights shirt, and all this other stuff. Like, this series has taken off dramatically within the last year.
Yeah. Okay, so on another note, because I have in top 5, my number 5 pick for 2015, I have Halo 5 Guardians as my number 5. Cause,
I heard about it.
Yes, I have played it. I should have videos up on J4U Gaming at some point. Probably not too soon, just because my Elgato crashed mid-recording session and corrupted a lot of my footage, so I'm going to have to go back and reshoot it. But basically, so far I haven't finished it. I'm only a couple levels in, but I do really enjoy the premise. I like what 343 Industries is trying to do, but you have to respect that it's different from the original trilogy of Halo, basically. Like, Halo 4 was vastly different from Halo 3, and Halo 5 is very different from Halo 4. And I feel like they're moving in a direction where they're trying to, approach a wider demographic of people who haven't experienced the full Halo experience. So, I appreciate that, and I feel like it's in the right direction.
I think the only things I've heard from I think are Angry Joe, when he reviewed it, he said like a lot of things have changed. For instance, you cannot have split screen. You have to play from 2 different people, and now he had to buy a second Xbox to play.
Yes, although keep in mind that's not just Halo. That's a lot of console games nowadays. Like so many games, which is why we'll talk about, I assume, Star Wars Battlefront later on the list. Yeah. It's amazing that Battlefront has, the local gameplay kind of thing.
I just want to make a note here. I do not have an Xbox, so if a lot of the Xbox games you want are going to be from Nick, and I cover specifically PlayStation 4, because that's what I have.
So, sadly, I will not be the one playing Last of Us 2 when that comes out, unless I can get my act together and get enough money to get a PS4, which, that's a funny joke.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, hey, 1 million subs a dream, right? No.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I think we have to if that happens, that'll be a miracle. Not a miracle.
No,
but
you're right. It would be a
shock
miracle. That
us.
would be a miracle. Yes. Okay, so what's next on your list of best?
Battlefront, and I have reasons for this. Why this is sort of low on the list. Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy Star Wars. I'm actually a new Star Wars fan. I just started getting into it this year because my girlfriend is crazy about Star Wars, and this Star Wars was never something I wanted to see. I know I would eventually see it before I would go somewhere.
Whoa. Hold up. What are you saying? Did you see Star Wars before this year?
I had seen Star Wars this year for the very first time.
Ooh, okay.
I popped my Star Wars cherry.
There you go.
As you can see.
Wow.
It's amazing. Like I don't know why it took me so long. It's just something that I know I wanted to see it eventually, but I never had excuse until The Force Awakens, which came out this year or last year technically, but I'm gonna say this year. I've never really had a reason. Like there's no rush to it. I will not see the prequels anytime soon.
Okay, I can respect
I've seen basically the original trilogy.
Okay, you mean the good Star Wars movies? Awesome.
Oh yeah, the Star Wars films, not the abomination that's.
When Lucas wanted to do his experimental stuff, basically, that's what the prequels are called.
There's reasons why this is so low on my list. Personally, I'm not much into shooting games, but this game, because it is Star Wars, I will make an exception. A lot of things, when you say no, there are exceptions to it. And I think the thing why this is so low is that there's no campaign mode.
Yes, I agree that there should have been, if not a campaign, space battles.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, you can't say they're the above-planet dogfights, but it's just not the same feel as a space battle.
Yeah, and I hate that you have to apparently I didn't know this. You have to have a PS4 a PS Plus membership to play multiplayer on this, and that's basically a huge chunk of the game. If not, you wasted $60 on
basically
tutorials, battles,
or 110 if you did what I did basically and got the deluxe with the season pass.
I ended up getting a little bit before a week before Christmas. Like I want to say a few days, so I got it from GameStop for $40, $30 or $40.
I actually got mine on sale too. I don't remember the price though, because thank goodness I did get the deluxe edition, but I didn't have to pay the full price, thankfully.
Oh,
because I would have cried paying $110 for it.
What is the difference? You only get a gun.
I'm gonna look it up.
Solo's gun or something?
110 might also be including the season pass. I might be doing my math wrong, but basically the only extras you get are you get basically the best gun in the game.
Oh, cheating.
Yeah, you get an ion grenade, ion torpedo, you get an emote, 2 new emotes, which are basically dance moves you can do during the game. An extra $50. Sign me up now.
That's giving me flashbacks of Team Fortress 2. The taunts that you have.
Which, hey, that's true. That's a better way of saying it. They're basically taunts.
So, what is the next one on your list? The second?
So, the next one on my list is definitely, I think it's going to surprise you. I think it's going to surprise everyone here. Because I don't think I've really seen it on any other lists. Because it was so overlooked. And I'm one of the few people who really appreciate it. It's Rainbow Six Siege.
Never heard of it.
You've never heard?
What is it?
So you know Counter-Strike, right?
Yeah.
It's basically a console version of that to where basically one side is the terrorist and they have this building or complex or whatever that they have, I believe, was it a hostage or something like that. There are different game modes in it, but the premise is the terrorists have to lock down that building basically. They get barricades, they get, what's it called? Barbed wire that they can throw down. They basically, in traps, and they basically have to secure the building so that the counter-terrorists can't get in. Counter-terrorists, they have these little remote control robots they can send into a building to scan it, see what the enemy's doing. They can have sledgehammers to bust through walls, basically. And the objective is for the counter-terrorists to basically breach the building and either save the hostage or take down all the terrorists inside.
At first, what I thought you were describing was the Trouble in Terrorist Town from Gmod, but it sounds like a lot more in depth.
It's really in depth. It's basically a mix between Battlefield and Counter-Strike, and I really find it fascinating, and I really like it.
Oh wow! When did this come out?
Over the summer.
I don't really know much about what happened in the summer.
Yeah.
In the game-wise,
other than Arkham,
of course, at least my number one on this list.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we'll cover that.
Yeah, we'll get to that soon. So anyway, what's the next one on your list?
Honey Pop.
So another game that's not on many other people's list.
Yeah, I don't know why people... Okay, I was going to say I don't know why people... And no, it's not just because what you think it is. Why you think it's more... It's on my list, but it's actually just... Think of it as a... I liked the Bejeweled games and like stuff like that. I didn't play Candy Crush because it seemed stupid to me. But this is like...
But this is way different from that.
Oh yeah. This is not your father's Bejeweled.
Yeah, there are two very distinct things different about this one.
Oh yeah. Both of which you have to... Actually, there's a lot of things I could talk about this game.
Oh,
this
I bet.
No, wait. So, I don't know, this game, like the story, a lot of people think like it's stupid. I think it's average. I see why people think it's really stupid and why a lot of people want it just for the reasons.
For the reasons, yes. Okay.
Yes, for reasons. It's just a fun game if you want to play. It does get crazy hard, so around the middle, and every time you want to...
I can make a lot of jokes about that one, I hope you know.
It gets difficult.
There you go. Better
within the middle of
choice
the
of words
puzzles. There we go. And there's actually... This game is so popular, there's a sequel coming.
Oh,
or
really?
a spin-off. And it's Honeycam. It's Honeycam something. And it's like a tycoon kind of game where you have like the cam girls and you have to like when they're not camming, you have to like satisfy their like needs. So, like they need to go to like get food or the mall.
What is this podcast turning into?
It's turning into something.
So that's one of the best games of 2015. That will tell you a little bit something about our year.
It's about my year.
There you go.
I don't know. It was something that I thought deserves a little more respect than it's getting.
Yeah.
And yeah. Which, by the way, I will be doing a playthrough of that to see my reactions to Honey Pops.
Yes, I'm excited to see your reaction to that game. I don't know about everyone else.
Alright,
so moving on the list. My number 3 is Batman Arkham Knight. And there's a reason why it's my number 3. It's a fantastic game. I absolutely love the crap out of it. But I'm going to try and speak for the masses on this one. There were a lot of problems with the game. In my opinion, I would put it as number 1 if these problems weren't there. But, for instance, on PC, did you hear all the problems that were going on for PC?
Oh, I heard. I could not stop hearing about the PC problems. That was actually very close to having to...
I was about to buy it on PC. Short
story, as soon as the trailer came up, I pre-ordered it at GameStop. For the PC, I ended up getting a PlayStation 4, and so I can play other games, thankfully. And it was going to be my Christmas gift, but since in the summer that we weren't going to do anything, no vacations, and I was going to be alone for a majority of the time, so I just thought I got it, and thankfully I got the bundle with Arkham Knight in it. If I paid $50 more, I could have gone the Arkham Knight Special Edition PlayStation. And I kind of regret that a little bit. But, yeah, I did hear sadly about that, and I felt really bad. And it took 6 months for it to... Well... It took quite a bit of time.
The thing is, what I'm also still hearing about it is there are still bugs that Rockstar... Or, it is Rockstar, or is it Rocksteady? Rocksteady. I always get those two confused, sorry. That Rocksteady has confirmed, there's nothing we can do about those bugs. We've tried patching them, and it just won't work, so... It's a little bummy that some people literally can't, even today, can't play Batman Arkham Knight on their PC.
At least they were kind of nice about it, at like them putting a lot of their
Yeah,
time spending it on
yeah. Although granted, I would have preferred it come out in the winter and everyone gets to play it right off the bat.
One thing they could have done for marketing's sake, they could have released it on Halloween.
I know. I don't know why they did it. Like,
I don't know why they do that a lot of times. When a movie comes out on Christmas, they release it in the summer or something like that. Or I guess so it comes out before Christmas, so you can watch it on Christmas.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something.
But still, when it comes to Batman, I don't, because that would be optimal time, because even you would get to play a Halloween game on Halloween, or if you couldn't get it then, it's right in time to where you could put it on your Christmas list.
Did you hear about the Halloween version? Not the Halloween version, but what happened on Halloween.
They did it. I don't know much about it.
It kind of screws up your gameplay. Not really. It's just like a completion thing. On Halloween, they continued the thing with Man-Bat. So Man-Bat broke out of the GCPD building.
Okay.
And you just got a jump scare.
Oh, I did hear about that.
And you cannot get him back, as far as I know.
Yeah, I did hear about that, actually.
If you finish the game, like I did, I ended up finishing the game on December, Christmas Eve, because Riddler trophies are the worst thing ever.
Yeah, I'm going for 100%, so I'm going to be super busy.
But the Riddler trophies were something that took a lot of time. It's so time consuming. I hate that they have that.
I know.
It's 200. It was 200 and something.
Yeah, I also wish that they didn't depend on the Batmobile as much as they did.
I ended up noticing that, but it didn't bug me as much as other people did. I ended up noticing that they ended up using, like, when you're in Ace Chemicals, a lot of that was Batmobile.
I know, yeah. I feel like it should have been more of a choice, whether you can do it without the Batmobile, or if you want, you can do it with the Batmobile.
Yeah, that should have been something. I do like still how some of the best modes and the coolest mode of transportation is the Batmobile. Yes. That thing is a beast. I think that's my favorite Batmobile in all of the Batman universe. Every Batmobile is not.
I can respect that. I actually agree, I think. Okay, so what's next on your list?
Mortal Kombat X.
Okay.
Did you hear about the pre-order on this? It was about over $100 if you wanted to pre-order, because apparently a statue qualifies as a DLC.
What?
But you buy the game. Yeah, you would buy the game, and I think you'd get a book and a statue, and that would be a pre-order. If that was like $110, and it did not come with the season pass either.
Wow, that's
and all this stuff, and it just got crazy to me. But yeah, there's not. I don't know if I can say much about this game.
It's a Mortal Kombat game. I mean, what else is there really to say?
I do think that. Yeah, have you noticed that the female boobs are a lot normaler since they got a lot of complaints about them? Not normaler, but like more realistic. Since like, have you heard about this? How there was like a lot of uproar about the size.
I haven't actually heard that from Mortal Kombat. I've heard that about a lot of other games, but I'm glad that Mortal Kombat fixed that.
If you play Mortal Kombat 9, you could definitely tell
the difference.
They've all had some work done for the fighting.
I mean, they gotta look their best, right?
Yeah, it's gonna get cut. I would have loved if in the games, just like as a special fatality, you could just slice across their chest and then like you just see like silicone just fall on the floor. That would have been the best thing ever.
That's the extra $50 DLC actually for Mortal Kombat 11. I can't confirm it, or else I'll be sued. But hey, just rumors.
Mortal Kombat. If you're listening to this, please make that happen. You will make a lot of people laugh.
There you go.
If you do that.
Okay, nice.
I think if I have to end it on one note, I did like some of the two characters I liked a lot for the DLC, which would be Predator as my least favorite and Jason as my most favorite.
Okay.
But I think that's the only reason why it would be on that. But yeah, there's not much to it. It's a Mortal Kombat game. It's something to play with your friends, basically. Mm-hmm.
All right. So yes, next on my list, I have Star Wars Battlefront as my number 2. Yes. Really? Although I can totally confirm why. It's because of nostalgia. That is the primary reason why. Because little known fact, Star Wars Battlefront 2 was the first video game I ever played. So I have major nostalgia for the Battlefront games. I played Battlefront 2 so much it broke my Xbox. And I'm talking original Xbox. Yeah.
Wait, it broke it?
I still have it like in my office and it won't play any games because I think I wore it out or something.
The Force was not strong.
Yeah, it really wasn't. So I have major nostalgia towards Battlefront as a whole, especially Star Wars, because, last year wasn't the first year I saw Star Wars.
Don't rub it in.
So, honestly, that's probably the main reason why, as well as the fact that you'll see on J4U Gaming when I upload my first Battlefront video, I was thoroughly surprised. It was better than I expected. I had somewhat low expectations based on, the beta and all that. But actually playing it in hand, it felt so good. It felt like I was actually in Star Wars, which is what it was meant to do.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why I do enjoy is that, have you seen the first person option?
I never played in first person.
It's hard, but it's cool, because if you literally feel like you're flying the X-Wing, and it's really...
But
really
in
cool.
general, I refuse to play Battlefront in first person. I believe that Star Wars, like Battlefront 2, it was a third person game. You played that game in third person, which is why I refuse to play any Battlefront game in first person. It's a third person experience.
I feel like the first person is for like an Oculus Rift attachment.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine?
That would be amazing.
Battlefront on the Rift.
Did you hear about the Rift though?
Yeah.
Consumer $600.
Yeah.
That's more than
Yeah.
That is like, oh my god.
This is very off topic, but did you hear about the Minecraft hologram thing?
Hologram?
Yeah, Microsoft has basically made holograms, and you can play video games in front of yourself with hologram projections.
It's the future.
Yeah, so someone told me, or asked me, one of our most, I don't want to say fans, but one of our most frequent viewers basically asked if they put those on the market, would we play with that? Pick that up? And I said totally, I would love to, but could you imagine Star Wars like you're actually in a Star Wars hologram?
Yeah, I think, there's two things I want to say. First of all, I think like we will definitely try to do it. It depends on the price. If it's...
Oh yeah, I said if the price was reasonable.
Yeah.
And also, I could afford it.
I think the future of gaming will be amazing. Yeah. I think people will have rooms, not like a game room, but there will be like a rooms with just white walls, and there'll be projection, and all around you, you could run.
Yeah, I agree.
It's basically like and whenever someone attacks you, you don't feel the pain, but you could feel like there'll be mats on the floor or something. Yes. Yeah, like when you get hit, you get like flown or something like that. I think that's something that definitely needs to happen.
I think it will eventually, maybe not for 50 plus years, but I definitely think it will happen. We will get to that point in society.
That I think, if anyone has seen, what is it called, Bravest Warriors? It's the hologram. They have like a bathroom, and it's like a hologram room. So while you're in there doing your business, you can like be in like a forest of trees or But
where would you be when you're in the bathroom?
I would be on. I don't know. That's amazing. I think I'd be in a horror film, so I think a lot of things will be easier.
You're just in, that really dark forest with the creepy music, the shadows moving around while you're just sitting on the can.
And then Jason just comes out of nowhere and just shing, and then just.
That's one way to, get the shit out of your butt. There, just. Oh, you scared the shit out of me. Thank you.
Oh my god, I had a hernia. Thank you.
I don't know why, but I would have to say the moon for me.
The moon?
Yes, just so I could sit on the moon and just...
Could you imagine,
There you go.
One small shit for man, one giant shit for mankind.
Could you imagine, though, if you were on the moon and it gave you the moon physics when you peed?
I don't want that to happen, though.
Okay.
I already have problems when you drop a dump and then it splashes on the butt, and I don't want to pee and then just... okay, we're getting a little...
Yeah.
Off topic here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's the next one on your list?
This is the last, number 2 on my list, or no. Number 2 for the highest will have to be Fallout 4. That is amazing. It's so time consuming. You get sucked into the universe so much.
And I'm just going to say this now. This is my number 1, so we'll just talk about this for a while.
Okay, good. My next one we should talk about. We already covered it, but I think we should talk about it a little more. Yeah. Arkham. But Fallout 4 is amazing. I cannot believe how much I've gotten into it. I am a huge fan of the series now. This is actually my first Fallout game, and I'm not sure if I'm going to go back, but I've heard that a lot of things haven't changed. That's the problem with this. So this is not why it's not on my number 1, but it's a little higher because for what it is and how I see it, it's just suck. It sucks you in. You love the characters. I love dog meat.
I love the customization of it.
Yeah, the customization.
You and your friend can have totally different experiences. You and 100 friends could have different experiences.
I think they should have multiplayer, but like a friends-only multiplayer.
Could you imagine? Jeez, if they took the GTA multiplayer stuff that you can do and brought that into Fallout 4, how crazy!
Oh yeah, that'd be. God. So then everyone comes out in a vault, and then you could look for different stuff, trade items with each other.
Okay, everyone tweet at Bethesda, thank you. I'm horrible with developers right now. Bethesda, and let them know Fallout 5 multiplayer modes is needed.
Do it.
I'd pre-order that immediately if they added that.
I would pre-order, yeah, definitely. Actually, I would wait a bit to do that because if you remember the GTA one, it took a few days for it to launch.
But I'd want to support that. That's why I'd pre-order it right away to say yes, that's the right move to make Bethesda.
Yeah. I also love the customers, not only with the face, but you can have multiple outfits. I do like, the way I play video games, I like to have the default a lot. So for this game, I'm using the Vault 111 suit and then like the armor stuff that you see like the Mad Max kind
I respect
on
that
like
a lot.
The posters and stuff, yeah.
Because I do that a lot of the time as well. Unless I find something wicked awesome, I typically try and do that as well.
One thing is like, I didn't expect about the game, it got hard off the bat. As soon as you get your power armor, you get it faced with a death claw.
Yeah.
And that
they
thing,
don't give stuff to you.
I underestimated that thing. I died so many times because of that.
Wow. They make you work for everything in that game.
Oh yeah. It is when they say survival, it's really a survival game.
If it was also a little bit old school, like you're playing one of the games from the good old days, just with better graphics.
I do have two problems, with the game though. I do wish that they could have made more Pip-Boy editions.
Okay.
Because it is a stupid gimmick, but it's a pretty cool one though. And I do have the Pip-Boy app on my phone, so it would have been great to have that on it. As well as, the reason this is not on my number 1 is because there are a lot of bugs with the game.
Yeah.
I'm having problems with it. I'm having, a lot of times the dialogue when the characters are talking.
Oh, dialogue's effed up.
The dialogue will stay there, and then they'll continue a whole conversation, and then it'll just suddenly start again.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's weird. I'm not getting more other than that, I think. Also, I hate how they didn't program the people with you, like Dogmeat or Codsworth, to... You tell them to move, or they can stay behind you, and then, like, say, attack, or when you're getting attacked. Because a lot of the stuff, they'll give away my position when I'm...
Yeah.
Faced off with ghouls or something, or raiders.
Yeah. Okay, so shall we go back to Arkham?
Yeah, number 1 on my list is 100% Arkham Knight. This is the game I think I was most excited for 2015.
Yeah, I agree for that. This was the game I was most excited for.
There's so much. I ended up getting into the Arkham universe about a year ago when I think the first trailer, the cinematic universe, if anyone remembers it, that's the one where they show Batman or Bruce Wayne getting read a letter from his father.
I loved that trailer.
Yeah. I ended up... This is something... I think this is what got me into Batman, or liking Batman a whole lot more, and why he's my favorite superhero now.
So you see, I got into it right after Asylum came out. That was... my brother actually got the game, and it was back when he was still living with me, and he got the game, and I was basically watching him, and I played a little bit of it. And I just was so immersed because this was the first time ever that you got to play as a superhero, like really as a superhero. And ever since then, I've been basically addicted. I have a collection of every single Arkham game now, as well as a lot of the other franchises I'm really happy with. But I've just loved Arkham through the entire route, and I hope they continue doing something.
Arkham has introduced me and got me a lot into the universe of Batman, and I specifically love the Arkham universe because I think there's more meat on it, and I know a lot of people disagree on me, but I do like how they did base a lot of things on, like, a lot of this game takes place in the same universe as the animated series.
Yes, the animated series is a huge inspiration.
Which, if you haven't seen, definitely please check it out. Yeah. But it is quite amazing how they do it, and how a lot of the stuff what they do is you don't even notice. For instance, on Arkham Asylum, 2 years of programming went into Batman's cape.
Wow.
Just the cape, for the way it moved, and 2 years of programming.
The Arkham games are fantastic. There's nothing more to say other than that, really.
The characters are just so, you get sucked into the characters. I collect the figures. I so far only have Arkham Asylum and then Arkham Knight Harley Quinn. I have Arkham Asylum Killer Croc, and then the 4-pack, which is Joker, Harley, Scarecrow, and Batman.
Nice.
And I also have if anyone watches is into review stuff, I could do some things on that.
I think you should personally. In fact, I'm starting up a DC collection of DC figures. I have the GameStop exclusive DC collectibles Arkham Knight Batman, which I'm happy with. Do you watch Arrow, the TV show?
Snippets, and my brother does.
I have a figure for the Green Arrow from season 3, I believe is what it's based off of. I have the Arrow Deathstroke, which is one of my new favorite figures of all time. I love that figure. And I also have the Dark Archer, a.k.a. Merlin, from season 1.
Nice. I don't know what it is. The DC universe isn't as interesting as it is for the Marvel universe. I think the DC universe, the only strong point of it is, for me at least, Batman. Because Batman, it's Wonder Woman, Superman, but at least Batman, a lot of the villains in Batman.
Personally,
I don't think you can.
I love the characters in DC more than I like the characters in Marvel, but I do like the Marvel stories a lot, like Civil War and all that.
I think Marvel has the best heroes. Villains are iffy, but I think they have to do, and I don't know, DC is good, but I think their strong point is Batman.
It really is, which is why I feel like Batman should have been the character to start their cinematic universe instead of Superman. I understand why they did Superman, but I still feel like Batman.
I think Superman is more universally known, but Batman is still a lot of people's.
Batman's number 2. It goes from, I think those statistics, I'm getting the order right. Superman, Batman, Spider-Man were the 3 most recognizable superheroes of all time throughout the world in general.
I think that might change. I think Iron Man's going to be on that list pretty soon.
I don't like.
And Captain America.
I'm not a big Iron Man fan.
Not even Robert Downey Jr.?
I love Robert Downey Jr. It's the character I don't like. I'm not a big fan of the character, which is why for Civil War I'm Team Cap 100%.
I'm on the opposite. I'm on Team Iron Man.
So with that, we're doing a movie review for Civil War together when it comes out.
Oh, we're doing a lot of reviews. I think when we get into the movies, we should talk definitely about.
Yeah, so we're gonna go see it together. I'll wear my Captain America shirt. You wear an Iron Man shirt, and then we're gonna immediately write a review.
Oh yeah, we'll write a review.
All right. Just for Studios.
One more thing I want
to
say about
Team Nick or Team Ivan. There you
go. Anyway, back to Arkham
Knight.
One thing I think a lot of the characters, I do like a lot of the characters, but Arkham Knight made 2 favorite characters of mine all time. Joker, which is
Mark Hamill.
I think he's the most recognizable villain. Yes, Mark Hamill is an amazing actor. Not only with Luke Skywalker, but just the amount of emotion and what he does into going. Have you seen videos? If you don't, check it out, people. He stands up when he talks, and they record him. And a lot of the moves, what he does is they record him, and then if he does something that they think will be Joker-esque, they'll put it into the games or the animations, and he'll use his hands a lot, and he'll just get sucked into the role. And it's amazing how he does this.
Yeah.
As well as Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn has become a huge favorite.
Are you
of
excited
mine,
for Margot
as you can
Robbie
see.
playing her in Suicide Squad? Nice.
Mm-hmm. I think she'll be a great one. She needs to work on the voice a little bit. It doesn't sound very Harley-esque.
She doesn't quite have the accent down.
Go to Boston,
There
she'll
you
pick
go.
it up.
Yeah.
Or is she Long Island? I remember them saying something like she has a Long Island accent.
Whatever.
We'll figure it out.
Whatever. We'll figure it out. Anyway, so are we about good on the best list?
Yes, I do. I just want to point out, everybody, Witcher should not have won Best Game of the Year. Arkham Knight, definitely.
Yeah. Well, I do see why, though, with all the problems Arkham Knight had on release. Though, granted, Witcher did have some problems as well.
I haven't heard much about The Witcher.
No.
I don't really care about The Witcher, honestly.
Okay. But anyway, guys, leave in the comments down below your top whatever games of 2015. And let's move on to the worst. This is the juicy time.
This is the time where we're going to pick at the creators' brains and tell them why this didn't work.
Yes. Now,
so, how about you go first?
Okay. Now, this one is actually going to be really interesting because this one was on your best list. Now,
if you say Honey Pop, I swear.
No. My number 5 worst is FNAF.
Really?
Yes. I am a huge fan of all the lore behind FNAF. I literally studied all the games for FNAF for a long time, and I love the first FNAF, but they change a bit from game to game to game, and I believe that FNAF 4 was the biggest change, but overall it's very similar to each other. To once you play one, you've basically played them all.
Yeah, I think if you it's the difference. There's a difference. I think the first one, it was more of luck, and then the second one was they added a lot more, so it became more difficult. It became a luck and then strategy game.
Yeah.
Five Nights 3 was a strategy game. Before that, it was basically just luck.
Yeah. 3 is my least favorite. 4 is
I thought they were
my
milking
favorite.
But then I figured out that they had to kind of finish the series off.
Yeah. Yeah, they milked it a little bit, I feel. I would have almost preferred it to be a trilogy and then the movie, but FNAF 4 gave the most clues about series, so.
Did you hear about the movie, though? It's being made by the same person who made the new Poltergeist.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures of the animatronics. They haven't revealed much, but from what I can see.
They've shown pictures? Well, I guess picture will be
exoskeletons
near us.
Of the way they're gonna have him move, like you'll see like a foxy jaw.
Oh, that's cool.
Part of Freddy's head, I think, or Bonnie's head. But I'm gonna say Freddy. But it is quite interesting what they're doing with it. I hope it's not a straight to DVD film. This deserves to be a film.
No, I highly doubt it would be. With all the fandom behind it, they're gonna try and put that in as many theaters as they can.
At least they were quick on it now. I'm surprised there isn't a Slender Man movie.
Agreed.
Or there is a Slender Man movie, but I'm surprised it wasn't as fast.
Like, was it a movie that came out in theaters, or?
I just remember going to Walmart and I saw a picture of Slender Man, and they did not say it was Slender Man, I think for copyright reasons, but it was just a Slender Man-esque film, and you could tell it was kind of Slender.
I thought you meant like a canon Slender movie.
Oh no.
Okay.
It's not like on the nose Slender Man. It's just I think they just, I don't know. It's straight to DVD film, so it doesn't matter.
Alright, so what's on your worst next?
Minecraft Story Mode.
Is that your number 5, or?
That's my number, that's the lowest for the worst.
Oh, that's your worst?
Yeah, I only have 2 for worst.
Okay,
but
I have a lot on my worst. FNAF is not my worst. I'm going from the better to the very worst of all time.
Yeah, Minecraft Story Mode, I don't know. I predicted it too. I remember thinking, Minecraft is getting very big. They're going to definitely make a film about it. Or not a film, but...
They're still planning on making a movie, I believe. The same people who made the Lego movie.
About that. Yeah. Oh, that could go somewhere, maybe.
There's no plot, though. I can't figure out any way you can make a story behind Minecraft. So, I can
think of one, but I don't know. I remember predicting that, Minecraft is getting very big. I wonder if they're going to make a sequel. I thought they were going to make like a Minecraft 2 with a different story mode, like not the dragon, but it's going to be something else. And I think they might do that. I think they should take the, whatever the thing is from the game, the giant villain thing, the tornado, whatever
the hell it's called, yeah.
I'm going to call it Ultra Venom.
It's like the Wither Storm something storm. Oh no.
They should have. But I remember thinking, like, why would they make a sequel if they can just add a lot of stuff to the game?
That's
like,
what they do.
They do add new mods.
Well, and they update the game every couple months.
It's been a while since they did
It has been. We're still in 1.8. Although, have you seen the snapshots for 1.9? No. They're crazy. You can dual-wield weapons now. They have shields.
Finally.
It's a whole... There's a new combat system to where you can't spam someone with a sword. You actually have to basically...
Don't tell me it's quick time.
No. It's basically to where, there are heavier weapons, basically, that you can attack. You have to attack with slower than others. To where actually you can beat someone with a diamond sword using your fist, because the amount of time it takes them to get the full swing, you can punch them faster and basically run around them. I've done PvP fights with people in the snapshot where they have a diamond sword, but I'm just punching them to death because I can dodge their sword, and when they go to strike and if they miss me, that takes them 2 seconds to charge up their next shot with it.
I think I'm going to hate that. Mm-hmm. I just want to say that right now.
And
that doesn't seem
that was the first snapshot. I think they've turned it down a little to where there's not as much time, but there's still a big delay on striking. You can't spam your sword.
But yeah, it just didn't seem something about it. There was not much meat to it. It just seemed not interesting. I remember stopping quite a bit into it.
Yeah.
It might get better, it might not. I don't know if I'm going to go back to it.
I don't have any hopes for it at all.
But what's your next?
My next one, and I will defend this one as a solid game, but it's definitely not a great game. And this one is Until Dawn.
That is on my number one worst list. So let's talk about it.
Now, I will defend this because it is meant to be a cliche trope. They are purposely making fun of all the other horror movies that use cliches. That's why it is very cliche, 1. And 2, I love seeing the butterfly effect. You do not want to know how many hours I've spent watching different walkthroughs of Until Dawn to see how differently people make decisions. I've seen about 9 different Let's Plays from start to end of the game, as well as my own.
And it seems like interesting. I think, I don't know, there's something very weird about it. I got confused halfway through it, and the premise of the Wendigo is very interesting.
I love the
that
Wendigo.
Was the best. I think that's the only supporting part of why I enjoy it, but other than that, I don't.
Yeah.
It's nothing to interest me other than, of course, the Wendigo.
Well, also the butterfly effect is a huge sell point for me. I love games that use the butterfly effect. I find that incredibly fascinating, to where you and your friend could be playing the same exact game and get totally different results by the end.
Like the Telltale Walking Dead?
Yes, exactly. So I would defend it as that. Yet I do admit there's major problems with story and everything, to where the cliches are so overwhelming that it takes you away. And also the fact that it uses jump scares so often. I feel...
There's another game that uses a lot of jump scares that is very popular this year. Or last year.
Yeah, but Anyway, so, Until Dawn, yeah. So shall I just go on? Or do you have anything more to add?
Yeah, this is just you now. No, I don't have anything else.
So the next on my list is Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
I just want to say right now, I hate Call of Duty. I don't understand why it's so interesting. Just buy one, and I think you're done with it. I don't know why you need to buy.
Now, I was a big Call of Duty fan. The first Call of Duty I got was Black Ops 1. I mean, it was okay. It was, a first-person shooter. So, yeah, I mean, it's what it was. There wasn't a whole lot to it. Then I got Modern Warfare 3, and every game that came out until Ghost. And that Ghost, I was like, okay, well, this is just the same game with better graphics. There's nothing new. So, and then they tried being inventive with Advanced Warfare, but it just felt like Titanfall. That's all it was.
I would think that's what... It reminded me of that one movie. I forget what it was. The same person who made Chappie, and it was Chappie and District 9, where it was like they had exosuits, and I forget what it's called. I want to say Ex Machina, but that's not right?
I don't think so. I don't know a whole lot about Ex Machina.
It was some kind of movie where it was made by the same person from District 9. Yeah. Someone please put in the comments below, but it was like, although it was the same like armor.
A little bit of trivia. Do you know what that director was going to direct before District 9?
No.
A Halo movie.
There are straight to DVD films, right?
It's the legend.
I
It's
see
a
them every now and then.
Japanese thing. It's
Oh,
yeah. It basically what happens between Halo 3 and Halo 4, but I don't think it's canon anymore. But basically, it was gonna be a real live action movie. Totally huge blockbuster movie. But the problem the studio had was that this was going to be this director's like first movie, and they didn't want to give a new director such a high fan base, project. So they told him, okay, direct another movie, prove to us that you can do good, and then we'll give you the project back. And plus, he was spending so much money to the point where he was in pre-production and he used up basically all of the movie's budget. But yeah, so
I'm
then
still
he
waiting
directed
for the,
District 9, which was really good. So I don't know where they
I'm
are
still
on
waiting
that.
for. Oh, sorry.
No, that's
Sorry, I
Brandon.
keep interrupting you. But I'm still waiting on the Assassin's Creed movie that's supposed to come out
2016.
pretty soon.
I'm excited.
Is that
Yeah,
this
that's
year?
this year.
Well,
They've released all the
I will.
art, or not art, they released pictures of, what all the characters are going to look like.
Is it based off of the first one, or is it their own?
I think it's its own thing, but I believe it's in the Ezio timeline. Like, you
Yeah.
know,
There should be a modern day version of it.
well, that's kind of
I
like what Syndicate is. Syndicate's the closest we've gotten to modern.
It was 1906 or
Something like that,
Something
yeah.
like really early 19.
And they were talking about doing a World War II Assassin's Creed at some point, so...
That I think that would be interesting. I want to see. Yeah, World War II. Was that Hitler? Right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just whatever. Don't question.
Okay, yeah, okay. Moving on. Battlefield Hardline.
Like I said, those games. I'm not interested
Yeah,
in those first-person shooter.
It feels like they were trying to do what Rainbow Six Siege actually did, which was make a strategic first-person shooter. That's not just, war kind of thing. It's kind of more urban counter-terrorist versus terrorist, trying to be CSGO for the Call of Duty fans and Battlefield fans, basically. Yet, Battlefield Hardline failed to do what Rainbow Six achieved. So that's why that's there. I didn't play much of it, and it doesn't look very appealing to me to play it again.
None of those games are appealing. I don't think I'll ever be
And
interested in those.
I love Battlefield 4.
I don't know if this came out this year. What was the game? It was like 420 Game of the Year, whatever. Illuminati.
What?
Yeah, you never heard about it? It was like a 420 Blazing Game of the Year. Where it was like a spoof of that, and like it was about like gifts and stuff, and then you shoot someone, and then like they'll drop Doritos and
Oh,
Mountain Dew.
yeah. Okay.
Was that this year?
I hope it was this year. Otherwise, 2014 was ahead of its time.
I think that was this year. I remember. Yeah, okay, I'm going to say that was this year. But that was a good game. Someone put that between Five Nights and Battlefront.
And my number one worst, we've already talked about it, so I'm not going to drone on anymore. I'm just going to say Minecraft Story Mode is the worst game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because it's crappy. Don't buy it. Don't waste any money. I love Minecraft, and this actually hurts my Minecraft feelings, because it's not Minecraft at all. It's literally a game designed for 7-year-olds who love Minecraft, and that's all they play, and it's a way for Telltale Games to make money off of that. So...
I don't know. I think Minecraft is trying to be too meta. They sold themselves to Microsoft, right?
Yeah, Microsoft owns Minecraft now.
I heard don't sell things to Microsoft.
Well, Microsoft has done good
but
things, because they're the ones who put out the snapshot that allows the dual wielding and all that, and they've fixed a lot of complaints that people had that Mojang didn't fix, so I'm okay with it.
Like what? Well, we'll see. I'm sure we'll
Yeah.
cover it in later episodes
Yeah,
of
the
the
podcast, this is... I don't know how frequently we're going to do this yet, but basically we're going to cover games, movies, TV, everything. So we'll return to Minecraft at some point.
So, shall we get into our wish
our
list?
wish list. What is your number whatever on your wish list?
I have two in the same place. I can't really decide which one is it. It's something I would have liked to see. I maybe might see it later in the bargain bin or something cheaper. and they share the same spot. That would be Mad Max and Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Okay, Rise of the Tomb Raider, that's interesting. That was on my list, but I took it off.
I think I heard something about next year. It's coming for the PlayStation 4, I believe. Since the Tomb Raider wasn't a PlayStation exclusive, if I remember correctly.
It did originally. The original one was the PlayStation. I don't know whether
on the PlayStation 1, I believe.
So it's like Halos to Xbox and Microsoft. Tomb Raider is their equivalent, basically. Although PlayStation's a little less greedy.
Yeah, that was something I was interested. I didn't really play the Tomb Raider, the newer one, and I wanted to, but I never really got around to it. I had a chance to, but I never wanted to. And then Mad Max was something that looked interesting, but I'll wait to see a little bit more of.
So the bottom of my list is one that it's actually a game that a couple of New Gen members play, and it's Rocket League.
Is it that car one?
Yeah, the car soccer game, basically.
Oh, okay.
I would have loved to get my hands on that.
I think the only thing I've seen was, I think Markiplier played it, but I also think PewDiePie played it.
Both did, yeah. It was a huge indie game, basically, that I would have loved to play. It looked so fun, and, yeah, overall, a lot of people really loved it, so...
Yeah, it seemed like... It looked fun. I was going to put that on my wish list, but I was thinking,
Yeah. So what's next on your list?
Splatoon.
Ah, okay.
This was something I wanted to check out. Don't have a Wii. I would like to get a Wii, but yeah, Splatoon looked interesting. It looked kind of like it reminds me of those Minecraft games. Like if you ever go to Mineplex, there's what is it? It's like one with there's a red team and a blue team. No, yeah, it's like.
Or you're talking about paintball.
Yeah, it's like paintball or something where you have to cover. Yeah, it just reminded me of that, so it looked like a better version of it. But yeah, that was something I really wanted to say. There's not much I can say about it.
I know, yeah, it's a basic, very simple game. Now this one was on your best, if I remember correctly, Mortal Kombat X.
Yeah.
I would have loved to get my hands on that, because even though I'm not a huge Mortal Kombat fan, I played the crap out of Injustice, and I loved that game.
I do love Injustice.
Yeah, and all the gameplay I saw of Mortal Kombat just made me want to buy it. Just monies. So, that's why that's on my list. I would have liked to pick that up.
I'm waiting on my sequel, DC. Get it done.
Yeah, I know. I hope they do it for Dawn of Justice. They come out with a Dawn of Justice themed kind of...
They should come out with a new one and incorporate, Arkham Knight skins and then Dawn of Justice skins.
Do you play the mobile?
Suicide Squad skins. Yes, I do.
Yeah, they have all
I've
the
heard
skins.
Of it. They have the new Harley, Arkham Knight, and Batman.
Yep. For anyone who knows, I play the crap out of the Injustice mobile game. I play it literally every day.
It's difficult for me. I can't really do it. I think the one game I do play a lot on my mobile is Fallout Shelter. That's the one game I have.
I couldn't get into that. I downloaded it, I started playing, and then went, okay, I'm going back to Injustice.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay. So what's the next one on your list?
Lego Dimensions, and there's reasons why I put it on my wish list, and it might stay there for quite a while.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, the system, it's like Disney Infinity. There's a lot of, I don't know what's the whole trend with this. There's you have to pay $15 for toys, and you put them on the thing, and you play as them, right?
It's a way for them to make extra money.
It's stupid.
By making you pay for individual characters, basically.
Mm-hmm. So, and then it takes up so much space. That's why they sell things. But anyway, back to it. I'm not going to pay $100 just for the thing alone, just for the base, just so I can build it and then put it on.
That's ridiculous.
I do like how they did incorporate a lot of this stuff. It's like the Lego Movie. If I took it, it's like the Lego Movie, but the ones that they couldn't put in. So there's Joker. There's the Batman universe, Lord of the Rings, Pirates, I think.
Yeah, and then there's the Lego Movie universe.
It's interesting that there's now Marvel, because Marvel's coming out with their own game pretty soon. The Avengers.
The Avengers one. I think they should have waited till after Infinity Wars came out to make a Lego Avengers game.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do it now. It's poor timing on their part, in my opinion.
They should wait, at least if not do that, wait a little bit until Infinity Wars.
Yeah, if they do what they did for Star Wars and have it come out right before Infinity Wars Part 2 and it covers Infinity Wars Part 2, there you go.
It's just the hype. It's the hype that will make people get it. But it's interesting. I don't know if I want to pick this up. I think I'll definitely pick up the Joker Harley Quinn pack just so I can have a Joker Harley Quinn Lego. And then I'll wait a little bit until this gets maybe
A
Disney
reasonable
Infinity
price.
levels. Yeah, like a Disney Infinity level.
Mm-hmm.
So like maybe 40 or something.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out soon.
Mm-hmm.
So your next?
Yes, the next one on my list is Evolve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That game looked so dang fun, and that I'm really upset that I didn't get my butt around to buying, because just the whole concept of monsters versus monster hunters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how could you not want to buy that?
I was very close to $20 at Best Buy.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, it's $20 at Best Buy.
Now? Hold on.
I think for PS4 it's $20. But
yeah, sorry guys, I'm using my phone in a video. I want to research this.
I've been texting every now and then, so.
Wow. Okay, we're such good YouTubers. Although I wish I could be a great speller, I'm failing to spell Evolve. Thank you. Best Buy. Okay, but yeah, I just would love to get my hands on it. I think it would have been $30. Yep, okay. Might see that on J4U Gaming then. Anyway, what's the next one on your list? I don't have much to say about Evolve other than me want.
One last comment about Evolve. It looks like basically Primal Carnage, but like with monsters instead of that.
Yeah.
Anyway, on my next list, that would be Super Mario Maker.
Okay, and that's actually the next one on my spot as well. So, hey.
Oh, okay. So let's just talk about this a little bit. It does seem quite fun. It seems, I don't know. I feel like they should not do a Mario game anytime soon.
Mm-hmm. I just love the concept of you can make your own Mario levels. It sounds amazing to me.
You can use all the Marios from the previous game. They even have Tall Mario.
Yeah.
If you know what that is, but it's pretty interesting how they did this. I think it was a great idea, and it ended up working for them. If anyone wants like a really funny playthrough, definitely check out the Game Grumps Mario Maker.
Yeah.
They have like over 40, I think.
The thing is with Nintendo is they're copyright Nazis like Disney when it comes to stuff, and they're very picky to where a lot of YouTubers can't play Nintendo games.
They choose their favorites, don't they?
Basically, to the point where if you only play Nintendo on YouTube if they say that you can play Nintendo on YouTube. So I don't like you, Nintendo, for that reason, because there's a lot of games that I can't play on YouTube because of Nintendo's strict policies. They're not the only company, though. That's why I couldn't finish my Injustice Let's Play, was because...
really?
Yeah, they basically said, hey, these cutscenes, we own the rights to them. So, I had to finish it on Twitch.
I don't know. I think it's kind of ridiculous when people do that, because they're kind of promoting your game.
Exactly.
I don't know if you heard this. It's very stupid, but a lot of people, if you send out a bad review of a game, they will like flag you, kind of.
Yeah, that's stupid. I don't. Okay.
Just saying Until Dawn, Minecraft. We're not saying like it was horribly bad. Like I'm just saying it wasn't our game. It's not my game. These games.
Well,
I have a certain.
I'm kind of saying Minecraft is horribly bad, the story mode. But sorry, Toto. I love you guys, but you could do better.
I do like Nintendo though. I think Nintendo is doing. I wouldn't say they're doing like well, but they're still. It's more like a family friendly thing.
It is, yeah. It totally is. There's.
If you have like kids and you don't want them to play like any other kind of game, this is kind of like it's sort of a child friendly.
Yeah. Although sadly, Nintendo is dying.
Please don't die. Please stay around
because
Nintendo.
They put all their money into the Wii U around the same time the Xbox One and PS4 was coming out, and everyone overlooked the Wii U, this game console they put all of their money and effort into. So it basically flopped and tanked. Nintendo is, I think, doing better. I think they're recovering a little bit because they have loosened up their policies on Nintendo YouTube videos a bit, but they're still not doing the best shape, especially compared to Sony and Microsoft.
The thing is like if you have them sponsor you, if they don't like something of your videos, like let's say if they don't like the jacket I'm wearing right now, they could take down all the content.
Yeah.
And possibly take it on the whole channel.
That's Nintendo for you.
I think that was a little risky if you do that.
Yeah.
So you have to be like a Nintendo. Did you hear about the Nintendo? It's kind of old news, but they had like a girl section of like for YouTube channel. It was just specifically like a girly girl.
No, I did not.
Like a YouTube channel. I don't know. I think people are making such a big deal about this whole gamer thing or gamer girls, and it's really stupid. What does it matter? Girls play video games.
I totally agree with you.
There are Twitch streamers. I don't know if you know these people, Casey Tron and what's her name, Brittany Venti. They both like to make big deals about, I'm a girl gamer, accept me, and I'm the best girl gamer. It's like, yeah, okay.
Okay. So,
You played your games? Big whoop-de-doo. I don't care. You're always welcome.
Yeah.
Everybody's welcome.
Okay. So, because that was also mine, do you want to say your number one?
I have two number ones.
Oh, okay.
Smash Brothers.
Interesting.
And Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Interesting.
I can't really say much about both. Smash Brothers looked very interesting because it's Smash Brothers, and then Assassin's Creed because it's Assassin's Creed. I can't really do much into it.
I would have put Syndicate on mine, except for the fact that I've never been a huge fan of the Assassin's Creeds. I mean, I love the concept and the story behind all of them, but actually playing them, I've only played bits and pieces. I've never actually owned an Assassin's Creed.
I'm exactly the same place. I do have my best friend is a huge Assassin's Creed fan, so if we want to get him on the show, we can. Yeah. We can talk a little more about it, but I don't know. Assassin's Creed is something like, it is interesting. The characters are interesting. The story is interesting, but it's something I can't really get into.
I understand.
I only have 3 in Unity. I want Black Flags. I think Black Flags was the best one. I
agree. I have a friend who loves the crap out of Black Flags. So, my number one, which you might disagree on, is The Witcher 3. Because I am a huge fan of kind of that kind of universe. Like, I loved Shadows of Mordor. I just wish it had more content in it.
You like medieval stuff, don't you?
Yeah, I'm a fan of that.
Kinda. I don't know. Medieval is not for me. I don't like I don't really watch Game of Thrones. I don't like any. I think the only medieval thing is Army of Darkness, which with Ash, and that's the only good medieval thing that I can actually get into.
Okay. Yeah, I just like that universe, and Witcher 3 kind of feels like it's a Shadows of Mordor that has a lot more content in a big-ass open world.
Yeah, it's one of those open world games I cannot. So we're going to end off the show with the 2016 games that we're looking forward to that are coming out next year, or hopefully will come out next year, that are a possibility. So.
Yes. Do you want to start?
Go first?
Oh,
no, you go first.
So, my number 5 is Gears of War 4.
I don't know. I don't really know much about the Gears of War.
I've played a bit. I think the franchise is pretty decent. I'm not a huge fan or anything. I just think the franchise is kind of cool, and I like, a lot of the weapons and the gameplay mechanics of it.
I see.
Yeah, so I'd be interested in seeing what it's about. Not saying I will get it, but I'm just kind of interested.
I don't know much about the series, so I can't really say much about it.
Yeah.
I only know the chainsaw gun thing.
Yes, that is beautiful. I love that. So, what's next on your list?
This isn't something I'm most looking forward to, but I will definitely check out a little bit. Street Fighter V.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know what to say about it.
Just say, Street Fighter V. Okay, moving on.
Okay, next.
Okay.
Your next one?
Dishonored 2. Because I wasn't the biggest fan of the first Dishonored, but again, I liked the story, I liked what it stood for, and I liked, what it was about. So, I'd be interested in looking into a Dishonored 2.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, a lot of these games I don't have much to say about. I'm just like, yeah, sure, that looks interesting.
I think only two or three of them.
Yeah, this was honestly the hardest list for me to make.
Yeah, I didn't really.
From what I found, there wasn't a lot of interesting stuff in, 2016.
Yeah, I think that too.
Yeah.
But the next one on my list,
over 2016.
Yeah, I think the movies are. This is the year of
movies.
Oh God, excuse me, movies.
You okay there?
But yeah, I just had a burp.
Okay, I just thought you died a little bit there. You just were mid-sentence and
we'll
then
cover
went
that
totally
when we get
silent.
into our movies list. The next one on my list. Oh, speaking of Dead Island 2.
Oh,
is something I'm looking. It was something in E3 that I saw was interesting. Yeah, it was. I think it was the best trailer of E3 for the year it came out.
Okay.
But it definitely seemed interesting.
Yeah. This is going by really quick, actually. We don't have a lot to say. Okay. Next one on my list is XCOM 2. Because this one I can talk about a little bit more. I was a big fan of the first XCOM. I really enjoyed it. So the idea of an XCOM 2 kind of fascinates me. I mean, there are the few mechanics that are a little broken and should be worked out a bit. But I do love the whole strategy behind the XCOM games, and I would be interested in picking up a second one.
I can't say anything about it because I honestly have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I played on my channel a little bit. I actually did have a blast playing XCOM. It's basically, imagine, you know how in Fallout 4 you can have the dwellers who fight and all that?
Mm-hmm.
So basically you command a group of, let's say, in your terms, 5 dwellers, and it's an alien invasion. So you basically go through a mission telling them where to go, who to shoot, and it's a total strategy thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and if they die for good, and you have to basically train a new recruit who starts off the bare minimum. You can train them in different categories to be a sniper, an assault guy, a shotgun guy, a speed guy. You set their stats. You can totally customize them to look and do whatever you want.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
So, next one on my list. It sounds stupid. I'm gonna be really quick with this. Five Nights at Freddy's World.
Okay.
It seems it's stupid, but it looks like Pokemon to me. It reminds me of Pokemon, and I think this is a game that I think will be great for the mobile kind of thing.
Okay.
That's all I can say really about it. By the way, Scott Cawthon, we'd love to have you on the show too. So.
We'll have a whole FNAF video. We'll invite Matt Pat over. We'll get Scott Cawthon. It'll be a fun time all around because they're totally watching this video.
He's gonna absolutely be exhausted about it.
Yeah, he'll be like, "Oh, another request? No.
Another Five Nights thing?
Ignore.
Can we just let it die?"
Yeah.
Okay, but you're next.
My next one is Uncharted 4. Purely based on the trailers for it. I've seen that trailer a lot. Just one popping up on YouTube, and 2 I actually found it on my own and thought, oh wow, this actually looks like it could be a really amazing way to end off the Uncharted franchise. Because did you see the trailer?
That's the one where it was like a coin.
Yeah, the no good thief. That's how they'll remember me.
Yeah,
but that's not who I am. That feels like it could be an amazing character-driven story. Which is the number one reason I'm most excited. Plus, again, bringing up my brother again, Uncharted franchise is his favorite game franchise, period. He loves the crap out of Uncharted. So, I thought I'd pick it up, because this one actually looks really interesting, in my opinion. And I've actually played a little bit of Uncharted 3, and I had fun. I liked it. It was good times.
I haven't played any of the Uncharted games, but I've definitely seemed interesting to me.
Yeah, okay.
So the next one on my list, it's kind of embarrassing, but it's going to be Dead or Alive Extreme 3. And for those of you who don't know, for those of you who want it, you're going to have to shell out $80 because it's only available in Japan for reasons I don't know why.
Sorry about that. He had to get going, so I'll just finish off my list. I only have one more. I think that was his last one as well. But, the last one on my list is Far Cry Primal. Basically, I was told about it from Officer Duck, who's one of my good friends on New Gen, and he showed me some gameplay of it. And I'm not a huge Far Cry guy, but this reminds me a lot of Evolve, and I just love the fact that you can basically... It's a game where you get to hunt, saber-toothed tigers and all that, and you can have them be, a pet of yours and hunt with you. You can take down bears. Everything about it looks really interesting and really cool. So... that's probably my most anticipated game of 2016. That one I'm pretty sure I actually will get and play on J4U Gaming. So if you're interested, check it out there. So that basically wraps up our first episode of the J4U Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. These podcasts are going to be long if you couldn't tell. But I really had a lot of fun today. We're going to do the next one. The next episode is going to be basically the best of the worst of 2015 movies. So definitely tune in for that. I'm really excited. I have a list already right here. So we're going to probably talk about that real soon. I don't know if this will be a weekly. Weekly would be intense, so I don't know if we're going to do that. It might be monthly or maybe every 2 weeks. A podcast series, basically. So I hope you guys really enjoyed. I had a blast recording this podcast. So don't forget to leave a like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with all of your friends. And also check out my movie pilot. I don't think I've ever talked about it. I'll get a movie pilot exclusive video coming out soon talking about, what movie pilot is and all that. But link in the description for movie pilot. And basically, if you go check out my page on movie pilot, give it a follow, and you will get episodes of this podcast a day before it comes out on YouTube. So, with that said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Stay classy. Later. Woo!
Hello, everybody.
No.
Hello, everybody, and okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the oh my god. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the J4U Podcast. My name. Okay.
So I feel like they're moving in a direction to where they're trying to approach.
That's a blooper.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, today is January 9th, 2016.
Don't date it, we don't know when it's gonna come out. It's like, wait a second, that was 2 months ago.
Well, today is the 2016th. Not the 2016th, oh my god.
The 2016th of Novemberland?
Of November.
Okay, so next on my list is actually what I don't think...
Oh wait, I didn't get to talk about it.
Oh, that's right.
Oh wait,
sorry.
Whoops.
Okay.
I hope there's a software out there that can censor the stuff in the game, because I have the unrated version.
Oh god. Yeah, we will not be showing that on the channel. If you need to, I'll censor stuff, or you can censor stuff, but this will be appropriate for
By the way,
ages, but under 18.
Anybody who has Honey Pop, I'll let you know a little secret. The creator posted a link, and you can get the unrated version that they would not allow on Steam. So
that wraps up our first podcast on the J4U Podcast series show, whatever.